We have got the numbers sort of misunderstanding thing, where basically, like IGN did not do the best job of communicating exactly. It's got 24 million players. Like that, what does that mean? We define player, please.
Yeah,
because it's registered accounts.
Yeah, it's one of the things where I think messaging just kind of gets a little bit messy here, because the way Square Enix have always said it in Japanese is always players. We've hit this many players, and they mean total players, and that's understood. But then you look at like their NA press releases, and they say registered accounts because they know that's what we say. They know that's how the West interprets that stuff. So I think it's just a case of they literally heard players and then went, 30 million players, but then didn't think to clarify because everyone kind of just understood, oh no, players, that's how they mean. But with clarification, it is straight up 24 million registered accounts lifetime, which includes free trials, it includes all that stuff, which is equivalent to World of Warcraft's 100 million from whenever that was back in the day.
2014, I think.
2014, yeah.
World of Warcraft has a fucking huge number of accounts. So, World of Warcraft still is top dog by this metric. Now, this game has not been around for as long as World of Warcraft.
Yep.
And you could also say there's aspects of World of Warcraft's gameplay experience and new introduction experience that would help it get more registered accounts.
Yes.
Like WoW has had its recruiter friend policies that have been very tied to extreme XP gains in the past, like 300%. Yeah. So that will have got more accounts. Additionally, it's like Battle.net. In fairness to it, it patches quick, it works well, it installs fast, boom, the game is there. Blizzard account services, very easy to make a Blizzard account. There are lots of people who actually get confused between the MOG station and all of the stuff with FF. And then World of Warcraft's been out for a longer period of time. And part of that longer period of time does include when it was like in South Park. It was humongously, it was the shit. It was Toyota had a World of Warcraft advert. Like Coca-Cola had a Warcraft advert as well. Not World of Warcraft 2, mind you, which we've talked about in the channel. So, that's just the thing to remember. But what is important, I think, is the velocity of account creation, because we can glean things from that, glean insights.
Yes.
So 24 mil as of now. So July 2020, they had 20 million players. Right? Yeah. Actually, let's go here. So August 2017, a few months after Stormblood, 10 million accounts.
There's actually one metric before that.
Oh, yeah?
Which is 5 mil a couple weeks after Heavensward.
So from a bit after Heavensward to a bit after Stormblood, they double.
Yep.
From a bit after Stormblood to, a decent little bit after Shadowbringers, they almost double. Mm-hmm. And then from December 19 to July 2020, 2 million more. And that's like really, really great growth.
Yeah.
But it's not when it goes boom. In the way where it's like not finding more of its own organic audience. This is when we start to see a lot of dissatisfied people from other MMOs coming. So that's when we go from 20 million July 2020 to in April 21 having 22 million. So 2 million players in under a year. Pretty sweet. They have had faster before, but pretty good. April to October, another 2 million. And that is really because I'm trying to think about the order of things, because I know basically Asmon's chat was going really like, hey, Asmon, check out FF. And all of that was happening. We were doing our little segments on FF14 in and around that time as well. And that had happened just after the game director of World of Warcraft had a rather disastrous interview with Preach. Yes. So this was fueled by the WoW team seeming super out of touch with player concerns and the new patch looking a bit iffy, which then went into, that's in and around 5.3 happening, which I don't know what happens in 5.3. Everyone seems to cry at it. So FF's hitting this like massive, so it's, just perfectly, one's going down, the other one's going up. That clashes perfectly. It may be that it was you speaking, because I remember the Asmongold reaction video to you speaking, and I don't know, you may have at least helped push that little first domino over, which is quite funny to think about. The Blizzard assassins might be after you.
Let them come. If they're as competent, as their developers, I might be okay.
And that, I mean, if you're going to go and assassinate Matt Bliss, so in our guild, there's double T. Matt's double T because he's got 2 T's. Then there's single T. Mm-hmm. There's 1 T. Really, you got to kill like Matt and Tom.
Yep, sure.
No, not him. They just pushed they pushed his domino, and then it all just sort of happened. Mm-hmm. But like that from April to October, like another 2 mil. That's like incredible growth, and this is a velocity of growth that has had their servers fall over, has had them run out of digital keys. All of that stuff going on.
Sorry, printer's broke.
Yeah, so that's just to show you that it's really big. Now, here's something interesting. Reddit user Rocket Chat B uncovered that June 2019, just before the release of Shadowbringers, they had 1 million concurrent subs.
Around that, yeah.
How on earth was that found?
I actually don't know. I know there is some official talk from 2019 at some point that I believe it was the president CEO of Square Enix who said they had over 700k, or maybe it was over 900k, but it was very much around that level, and they're like, this is the highest it's been. And also because we know that's been like their peak, 700k back in 2019, up around there. And then I'm trying to remember which interview it was or when it was, but basically it was, apparently they said before Shadowbringers at E3.
Gotcha.
Nice. Yeah, but then Yoshi P, when he was talking to I can't remember his actual name. I only remember the name people call him, which I'm not going to say. But when he was talking to the owner of 4chan at the big live letter they did,
yeah,
he was talking about them, about because of the World of Warcraft comparisons were there. He was talking about they're continually reaching a new peak, I think is already the translation. So they're breaking their peak consistently as time goes by because so many more people are joining the game.
Wouldn't be surprised if they were well over 2 million by now.
Which is very interesting considering, April 2021 was just before the first part of patch 5.5. Since then, there's been no content.
Yeah.
This game is in a content drought, and it's growing almost faster than ever before.
Yeah.
Nice.
That shows that it is the latent, inherent quality of that game, not massive marketing beats. Yep. So it's really about that game's position in the market changing rather than that game changing. And that is the thing to think deeply about.
And just because chat's talking about it, the HoloLive EN branch recently got permission from Square Enix, which you don't need permission to stream the game, but they get permission for their parent organization Cover Corp as a point of policy to make sure nothing goes a bit wrong, make sure everything's completely cleared for monetization the whole way. But they have a combined total of it might be close to 9, maybe 10 million subscribers across all of their YouTube channels, and they all got permission to stream it. And I think quite a few of them are planning to, except for the one who said they'll help Ina, who is already triple legend. So
yeah,
that could be a very, very big wave of incoming players that could just hop off this and the Endwalker launch. And I think they have HoloLive Japanese talents also doing some promo work in Japan because Pecora is talking on one of the radio shows.
As Pine says, it's hard to have a content route when when you decide that all the content is relevant.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep. I cannot wait to see any. I mean, just if Endwalker does well, and I think we know it's going to do very well. Will there be some nice boisterous press releases giving us some interesting numbers? It's one of the things that's always fun.